Looks like it's coming back. So I'm seeing your yeah.
All right, guys. Hopefully, we're a little bit better this time. Let me see if I can get some people to confirm this. How we doing, everybody in chat? Do we have lag again, or are we okay? 100% honesty, I'm really not good at this technology stuff. A lot better.
Yep. All right. I'm getting a lot better now. Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna delete the first half of this. I'm gonna start over. Welcome everybody. I'm Sherlock Holmes. This is N.Devine, N.Devine83, builder on Instagram at N.Devine83. He has a YouTube channel here on YouTube. He does coil build tutorials, like advanced crazy fucking builds and beginner stuff. He sells coils through Instagram. Definitely check him out. His link is in the description. And we are going to be building an Enigma coil today. He's actually going to help guide me through because I've been having trouble. So if you'd like to follow along, definitely do that. So thank you for joining. Thank you to everybody watching the replay. We had a little bit of technical difficulty the first time, and hopefully we got everything taken care of. So where we've gone already, the prep, all right, so the materials that we're using, 28 gauge for the frames, either 0.3 or 0.4 for the ribbon in the middle, 38 for the actual alien, and I think we're going to be stitching it with 40, right?
Yep.
Am I missing anything?
No, that's it. 28, and then your ribbon's going to be either 0.3 or 0.4, and then the 38 and the 40.
And then we're decoring on a 28, right?
Yep, decoring right off of a 28.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Did I forget anything?
No. So I'll just go back and say what I said before. The Enigma coil. First of all, it's an original concept by Mindforge over on Instagram. So the Enigma coil is basically, it's in the alien family of coils. It's basically an alien coil that's just not stretched enough, and it wraps around a pretty fat stack of a frame staple, and you get these little kind of mohawk humps in the middle. So it's a lot like a mohawk, but actually instead a mohawk is kind of triangular, where an Enigma is more like a diamond. So you got the points on the top and the bottom, and it definitely looks a little different too than a mohawk, because it's just a wider coil, very wide coil, very low ohms. You kind of just want to do a single coil with these.
Yeah, when you're doing 12 pieces of ribbon in the middle, it's definitely gonna be low.
Yeah, so also when I do these, especially if I want to vape them, and especially if you're thinking about going dual, even if just to take pictures or whatever, I use kanthal ribbon just to keep the ohms just lower. It's definitely a very advanced coil. It's probably one of the more advanced coils out there. And like I said before, what we're doing is 12 pieces of ribbon in the middle and 28 gauge frames.
I always use kanthal ribbon.
Yeah, there's a couple builds I like with different metals. I've been liking putting stainless steel ribbon in some of my frame staples if I want to go like really low.
It looks cool too, the stainless.
Yeah. Best bet is to use kanthal when you're using ribbon for frame staples, though. It's just it's not only for the ohms, it gives you different heating times to just add to that flavor and that vape.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Yep. So what will you use for your frames? Will you use kanthal, or will you use what do you use?
Everything else will be nichrome.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I got my 6 pieces of ribbon cut already. I bent them in half. So I got them here, and now I'm going to take a piece of 38, wrap the loop up. I'm sure if you're trying this, you know how to do a frame staple. Both me and Sherlock have frame staple tutorials, so if you don't, you can go check that out. So right now I'm just prepping this guy, getting my 12 pieces all together, and then I'm going to get my 28 gauge. Did you prep yours already?
My ribbon only takes a second to get to stick on, so I'm gonna do my decor first and get that out of the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's kind of loud.
Yeah, that's actually. I was thinking that when we were going to go live. What's one good thing about this Zoom and two people going live is I think I could turn my sound down when the drill's on, right?
Yeah, I can mute the mics too. I think mine will automatically cut out the real loud, the loud noise. But yeah, you can mute it. I think mine will cut off, or it'll at least dampen the sound. Most mics do if the sound's too loud.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I could turn off my audio when I hit the drill. Awesome.
I'm gonna cut my mic because I'm doing it now.
All right, cool. So like I said when we came on, thanks thanks everybody that came over from my channel, and what's up everybody on Sherlock's channel. Thanks for having me. So right now I'm just getting my frame staple ready. 12 pieces. 12 pieces of ribbon and 2 pieces of 28. And I'm sorry I can't see the chat. My chat's way over there. But we're just making a basic frame staple. 12 pieces of ribbon, 2 pieces of 28. Now I do like to put a slider on here, which is just a piece of ribbon. Just to hold all my cores and my stack together as I Enigma. So I'll see if I can't show you guys what I got going on here in a second. It's important that this stack is done very well. You don't want to be messing with it while you're trying to fuse this thing together. So I hot glue the end that's going into my drill. I like to hot glue that, and at the end I'll cut it off. But it keeps everything good and holds it, put it in the truck. So that's a piece of ribbon wrapped around 3 times. And it's just going to slide up and down. And keep my stack good as I fuse this. So that's all ready. I'm going to put some hot glue on this end too. So I put it in my swivel, pull it tight. And actually, I'm not going to hot glue that. It looks fine just like this. All right. So I think Sherlock's done with his decor. So I'm actually going to spin up my decor now. Just going to go over a piece of 28 gauge with 38 gauge. So we're going to make a 38 gauge Clapton over 28 gauge.
I think my drill's burning out. The bearings in it or something.
Yeah, I think I'm getting close to needing another drill too. I'm sure, I mean, I know you build a lot. When's the last time you got a new drill?
I've had this one for probably 1.5 years now.
Yeah, I bet it's getting close to that time.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna set up my frames and my all my cores, right?
Yep. So do you like clamp down your drill, like when you got your stack on your swivel and everything? Do you just hold your drill or do you clamp it down with some pressure?
What do you mean?
So you have your ribbon on your swivel and your drill.
Mm-hmm.
And do you just hold the drill or is it clamped down in some kind of way?
Sometimes I'm lucky it's a suction cup and sometimes it'll stick to the table. But a lot of time, if I'm only doing, you know, a 10-inch rod, then I'm up on my build mat, so I have to hold it. Clamping it down would be nice. I would like that. But I'm set so far back off my table, I wouldn't be able to get a clamp onto that.
Yeah. So like what I was saying about the Enigma and the stack. Basically, you just want to make sure that your stack's all good when you go to fuse this, because it's just one less thing to worry about.
Right.
When you're doing it, you're gonna want to like actually be like completely focused on the alien, on the Enigma. But I'm gonna turn my volume down now and Clapton this.
Yeah, you know what? I've never used ribbon, the 0.8, as a slider, but I see Rambo does that a lot, and I've started seeing that a lot, and that actually looks like a good idea. I've always just stuck to my little paper clips here, and they've always served me well. And I have a whole bunch of 0.8 that I never use. So I probably could see if it'll work for me. It's kind of, there's so many different ways to do a lot of the same stuff in building. Kind of like if anybody does Photoshop, there's a million ways to do the same thing. There's no wrong way. It's whatever allows you to get it done. Right now I'm getting my cores set together, my ribbon, and my frames. And I'm going to get them mounted in my drill. I don't use hot glue. I probably should. It would definitely make my life a lot easier. I know that much. It looks like my frames are looking good. My ribbon's looking good. Yeah, I think I'm set. So I don't know if you guys saw my ribbon there. I don't, depending on how my ribbon comes off the spool, it generally has a curve in it from coming off the spool. So most of the time I don't even straighten my ribbon. I just line it all up, loop it in the swivel, get it set, and throw some paper clips on it. I rarely ever straighten it, nor do I have a problem with doing it like that. And I can do 2.5 feet sections of just frame staples with my ribbon without straightening it. As long as there's no like twists or bends or kinks in the ribbon, I'm generally good. Now with 0.3, that's a different story. I can't get away with that with 0.3. You want your 0.3 to be fucking on spot like a razor blade. 0.4 and 0.5 you sometimes have a little bit of leeway, but that's if you've got really good ribbon that's like perfectly symmetrical and has no flaws in it, and no kind of kinks or bends. But yeah, so I'm perfectly straight. I've got everything set, and I didn't have to actually straighten my ribbon. But it is a lot easier if it is straight, that's for sure. And I've been building for a really long time, so if you're like new to building, take the extra time and straighten your ribbon. For a slide. What do you use for a slider, Nick? Those things, those squishy things I've seen you use?
Yeah, so whenever I need, I actually like the paper clips a lot. It's basically whatever works for whatever works for you is good. I think lots of things are like, it looks like you got awesome paper clips. So like, I don't have them paper clips.
Yeah.
So like, that's why it's like whatever works for people. I used to use these hair clips.
Right.
They gotta have glitter on them though.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
And but yeah, what you see me use a lot, what lots of people see me use a lot is drawstring clips.
Yep, those guys. Yep.
So I love these for aliens, for anything that I don't really like using them with stuff that has ribbon in them. Like with the Enigmas, I don't feel safe that they're gonna not mess up the ribbon. So like right now, I'm using a piece of 0.3 that I just wrapped around 4 times. So just like you said with the Rambo thing, 0.8 works great. Especially like people buy 0.8 and you could use it for stuff, but you're not going to use it very often. So it's good.
I've had 0.8 I've been sitting on for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, I got that one roll that I've just had forever.
I'm going to try the ribbon slider.
Yeah, I like it because one thing when you're going to be doing this Enigma, so you're going to have it, in your drill, you're going to be fusing it. You don't want to let go of your D-core. So when you have to move your slider, your paper clip, do it with the hand that's using the drill. Don't let go of that D-core. You want to keep that pressure on the D-core. You want the same amount of pressure, the same angle on this Enigma the entire time. So don't let go of it to move your slider or anything. Take your hand off the drill while you're holding the D-core.
Gotcha.
And move. Take your paper clip off, Yeah.
You
want to keep that same pressure on there. That's like a very important thing with the Enigmas.
Yeah, see, this is a lot of work for me. I'm using too much pressure and it's folding my stack on itself. Oh wait, no, there we go. Okay, I got it. Oh yeah, this is gonna work nice. But then when you got anything staggered, you're oh nope, there it goes again. That's why I like the paper clips. I can just pull them on and off, because you can't really slide anything when you have anything staggered.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I like so the ribbon, I like doing it I like wrapping it around about 3 times, and I like to do, you know, kind of deliberate wraps, but don't worry about getting it too tight. And then I wrap it 3 times, take my nylons, and then crimp it down.
Gotcha.
And then wrap it again and crimp it down. So it doesn't matter if I'm too tight, that crimping down is going to get it to press down on the whole stack.
Right. Okay. So what's your stitch method?
So basically, I just take my D-core here, make sure that the edge is clean, so make sure that, you know, the hole in the D-core looks good, it's all nice and clean, it's a nice circle. And I take my 40 gauge, which is going to be the stitch, I get my needle noses, I grab the end of the 40, and I pull it out a little bit bigger than what my D-core is, and I give it a little stretch just to straighten it. So now it's like a straight piece of 40.
Right.
And then, since I just grabbed that with my needle noses, there's going to be a little bend in it. You got to make that clean. It's got to be a straight wire. So I'm going to cut it clean. So now I got a straight wire right here. And now I put it on my table straight. It's going to be really hard to see this 40 gauge here, but we'll try. I got the 40 gauge here. I got the D-core here. I just got to get the 40 inside of the 38. Which it's always a lot of fun getting it started.
Yeah, of course.
But once you get it in there, it's as long as that 40's straight, it should go in there. And as long as your D-core isn't all crinkled up and it's straight. So I got my 40 inside the 38. And now I'm putting my index on the 40, leaving about an inch of the 40 showing. And then I'm putting my other index on the 38 and just pushing the 38 up the 40. Put my finger down on the 40, push it up, move my finger down, push it up, move this more into sight, push it up. So I basically keep it on my table the whole time and just push it about 3/4 of an inch to an inch at a time. And now the 40 came out the other end.
Oh, motherfucker.
So now I'm going to pull the 40 about 4 inches out of this 38. And now there's a couple things you could do here. You basically got to attach the 38 to the 40. So
Right.
you could tie it. Yeah, tie it, twist it. Sometimes I'll hot glue it. I like to hot glue it because it gives me something to clamp down on when I go to stretch this thing. That big glob of hot glue.
At the bottom you do it?
Yeah, so I'm twisting together the 38 and the 40. So I had a piece of 38 straight because that's how I decored it. I had a straight piece of 38 sticking out. If you don't have that, just take your 38 and stretch it out a bit.
Yeah.
And you tie them together somehow, or you could hot glue it. You could tie a knot. You could just twist them together.
At the top or the bottom? So like where I'm gonna put it into the chuck, or at the bottom where it's gonna hang out at the bottom?
Where you're gonna put it into your chuck. So
gotcha.
You didn't cut your 40 off, right?
No. Yeah, I got. I'm down here at the end. I got about a ½ inch of both sticking out at the top.
Yeah. So I pulled my 40 through a little more, and your 40's still on the spool and everything, right?
No, I cut it off the spool.
Oh, you did. What, did you cut off 10 inches of it?
I cut off. So if I've got 18 inches of decor, I've got about 8 or 9 inches of 40 sticking out at the back of it. Should I redo it?
You're going to need much more. Yeah. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that. Leave the 40 on the spool.
No problem, I got it.
Yeah. That's another thing why I do it single coil. You got it through though, huh? You got it through your whole decor?
Oh yeah, I'm good at stitching, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass,
so
but
if you could get it through that 80, and that's like one thing with me why I do single coil is just because it's easier to stitch 7 to 10 inches than 18. But if you could stitch 18, that's awesome. Go for it. That's even better. But yeah, so I should have mentioned that I stretched the 10 inches of 40, but my 40 gauge spool is still attached to that wire that I stitched, and I leave that on there all the way until the end.
Oh, fucker.
So I twisted these two together, the 38 and the 40, and now I'm just going to glob some hot glue on there, which isn't completely necessary. I just like to do it. So anybody that just came in the chat, what's up? Thanks for having me. Got a lot of people watching now.
I've found sliding the decor is easier than trying to push the 40 into the decor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I think you're doing the same exact thing I was just doing. It's good to have a table that, you know, you could slide something on and you kind of more push the 38 up the 40
exactly,
rather than pushing the 40 in. Yeah. I'm loving these dead rabbits, man.
Fuck yeah. I just got the drop in today, and I threw some big fucking frame staples in there. I haven't even vaped it yet, but I love the deck for building.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I definitely, I actually think I'm going to order that tonight. I was actually thinking about, I'm actually about to do like a build off over on my channel for 1,000 subs. And, I was trying to think of what RDAs to do. I bought this Vandy vape, this Pulse 24, because I just hear so many good things about it.
Is it awesome?
I haven't vaped it yet. I actually didn't even take the plastic off because I'm thinking that this may be one of the prizes, but I'm going to open it up and build something in it before I give it away anyway.
Right.
But I might buy another one and give that away and try this one out. But now I'm thinking of getting just a couple pulses. Or a couple drops.
Dude, I think if you like the dead rabbit, I think that you're gonna like this. Just because I know I'm gonna love this thing. I mean, I don't know if you could be able to see those, but
it looks awesome, man. You got some good colors on them coils too.
Yep.
There's some fatties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like it too. I'm a big fan of side airflow. As much as I like top and bottom, I think I just prefer side airflow the most.
Me too. This is like, You've got a million options because your coils sit so high. You can run it bottom if you really want to because of the step airflow adjusting.
Yeah.
Because your coils sit high like the dead rabbit. So if you close off the top airflow, it's coming from the bottom. So
yeah, that's one thing I liked about there's one RDA that, like, you know, I don't vape much anymore, but it was an awesome vape. It just, the dude RDA had an awesome vape, and I just liked how the coils were so high that the air actually came up under them.
you know, I've never tried that RDA.
Yeah, it vapes great. It's you know, you have to be pretty experienced to be building on it very often, but I mean, if you get a nice pair of coils in there, like, it's awesome just for frame staples. You pop some frame staples in there, easy to install, all that, and it vapes great.
That's where I think he went wrong with that RDA, was it's not easy to build on. You know, there's a big learning curve, and for a lot of people, unless you're a builder, they're not going to take the time to do it.
Yeah, like a builder appreciates the hell out of it, and you know, they think it's, you know, cool that it's different, which I do and everything, but yeah, it's not for beginners.
And he wanted like $60-something for that thing, right?
Yeah, it was like 60, which at the time wasn't too crazy. Now everybody's just, you know, really good with prices.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, like, the Apocalypse first came out. My local shops wanted 90 for it. The Goons were $70. Everything was really expensive. Twisted Messes were expensive.
Yeah.
Still
I mean,
are.
when I started vaping, my first RDA was the Omega clone, and I think I paid $25 for that. But the original, I think, was like $180. Yeah, I think all RDAs were about, like, a good priced RDA was like $90. Like the TOBH, the Jabo Designs, his first RDA. It was basically, I mean, it was just a 3-post, 3 holes for the airflow, and it was just very well made. And I remember everybody was like, it's just a great price, $85-90.
Whew.
It was like the cheapest RDA when it came out. The Hobo was like a flavor chaser RDA. Everybody's like, that's a great price for an RDA. That was $90. Crazy how the industry has just grown and changed.
Yeah, it's way different.
Yeah.
I've got the dot RDAs coming in soon. They're talking about it in chat. I can't wait to build on that.
What's that, on the dot RDA?
Yeah. Their new one, their single post.
Yeah, that thing looks awesome. I want. That's not. I mean, that was an expensive RDA, the dot mod, when it came out, and now this one, it's more affordable. But that's even a little expensive. It's
yeah,
like
they're still high end.
Yeah. But I love my dot mods. They're so, like, they're definitely just the best looking RDAs. They're just so nice looking on the inside and the out.
And the Petrie, man. Oh god, I fucking love the Petrie. The RTA, it's my favorite ever.
Yeah, lots of people really like that.
Best flavor. I mean, I've got, like, the Elfie's great. I've got the Boreas V2. I've got a whole bunch of RTAs. I've got the Merlin Mini, the Merlin at mouth to lung. Nothing even comes close to the Petrie.
Yeah, the I'm liking the Elfie a lot.
Dude, me too.
Yeah, I think it's a great. I never had a single coil RTA. I've had single coil, but I think it might be the best single coil I've vaped. Really, I really like it.
You wouldn't be able to if I didn't know this was a single coil, and you handed this to me, I would have thought it's a dual coil because it vapes fucking phenomenally.
Yeah, I like it a lot. They sent me this guy this week, the Ray RTA, and it's basically a velocity deck. The posts are far apart. But it's basically a dual coil. The way it just looks is it's a dual coil Elfie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's got a lot more air though. So the Elfie's it's a little bit more on the tighter side. It's got great flavor. a little more on the tighter side, but this one, they made it for like cloud chasers. This one has a lot of air. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna get my let me get my stack and my swivel. So once I get this in the swivel like this, make sure I got good pressure so that my stack stays straight.
Do you lock your drill down?
I do like when I'm doing not when I'm doing this kind of stuff. I do when I'm doing like long runs,
right?
Of, yeah, like fuse Claptons or just Claptons. If I'm doing like 3 foot, sometimes I just let go of that pressure a bit. So, and also I do it like so I don't have to press the trigger on the drill. I have that button on there, so it just drills itself, and I can walk down the whatchamacallit. All right. So now, when stretching these, like I said, it's an understretch. It's understretched a lot. So the design you want to get on here is basically like a mohawk on both sides. So it makes that diamond.
Right.
So I clamp the D-core and the stitch down to the table. They're both in the same place. I can pull my spool out a bit. And let me measure this so I can kind of tell you what kind of stretch I'm doing on this. So my D-core is... My D-core is exactly... It's almost 10 inches. Alright? So I got a 10-inch D-core here. So I think I stretch it out to about... Not much. So I know when I do like when I do 14-inch alien, 14-inch D-core for regular aliens, I stretch out that 14 inches to 11 feet. This, I think I only stretch this out, this 10 inches out to about 4 feet, 5 feet maybe.
Can I do no stretch?
You can. I would say maybe just stretch a little bit, but you could do no stretch. Some people are very successful with doing just no stretch. So what's going to happen is, let me tell you how it's going to happen before you decide on stretching it. So you're going to have it on. You're going to have it on your drill, on your stack, and you're going to start fusing it. And you're going to try to find the stretch. So you're basically going to do the no stretch almost. And you're going to find that sweet spot where you just see it come together. And you're going to want to leave your fingers right wherever you see it. You stop there and just hold that. And then just move down the stack when you find that sweet spot there. So I like to go slow on these. And I mean, even, you know, Rambo, you know, he's had more success in going slow with them. I think most people have more success just going slow with them, because you just want to keep that sweet spot, that same stretch, that same tension. You just want to keep that all the way down.
Where do you put your spool?
What's that?
Where do you put your spool?
Okay, so I have this thing behind me, right? Let me see if I can show you. I basically have a bar behind me. And then under that bar, my room's carpeted. So under that bar, I have like a flat piece of polyurethane wood. And I put it back there. It comes up the bar and comes right to my drill. So let me see if I can show you.
So if
you use PVC pipe, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to take it off the spool to shove it into the PVC.
Yeah. So I got this bar here. And my alien comes down, and then it basically goes on the floor behind that. But this bar leads right to my desk here.
Okay.
So basically I put it down behind me on the floor. but I have a bar kind of holding it up. But I leave the spool on there the whole time.
Okay, I've got an idea.
I mean, if you've done, it's kind of hard to figure out the, you gonna do the bag method?
No, I'm gonna, I have a bolt, and I'm gonna put the spool on the bolt and let the spool just spin free behind me somewhere.
That's awesome, yeah. That's a good idea.
I'm not sure where, though. Yeah, so I'm gonna build something for this. Like, I'm gonna build something to hold my spool. Ah, fucker.
I'm trying to find my tape measure so I can tell you guys like exactly what I'm stretching this out. I might just have to do one of these deals out. It's 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot. Yep, 4 foot. 4 foot, maybe 4.5.
Alright, I got my bolt secure. I'm gonna use some washers and some nuts to keep my spool sturdy.
I'm about to do something like that right now. It's a pretty good idea.
And I can even, with the bolt and the nuts, I can keep tension on the spool.
Yeah, it's always good to have like multi-size clamps when you're building. I have like all these different kinds of like quick grip clamps. I just used it to do kind of the same thing. I took my Coil Master coil jig, stuck it through the spool hole, and clamped it to something behind me.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when I did that 10-inch D-core, I stretched it out to 4.5 feet, and then there's like a bounce back. There's kind of a bounce back to it that you get. Let me see if I can get this on camera how I stretched it. It's an understretch a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a picture of this rig I just set up.
Yeah.
I hope that's not
I
too
don't
much
think
tension.
I don't think these guys are going to be able to see this. But put it this way. I usually stretch 14 inches out, 11 feet. I just stretched 10 inches out, 4.5 feet. So that's how much of an understretch I do. I'm going to be stretching it as I fuse it, though, which everybody's going to do when they're trying these. Whenever you keep stretching going on.
I probably should have flipped the foot. I don't know. Alright, fuck it. We'll wing it. This is an intense amount of prep work.
Yeah, it is.
All right. What's up, everybody in chat? Thanks for sticking with us here.
Yeah, sticking with us and growing. Growing. Anybody that's just tuning in, I'm N.Devine. Got a channel on YouTube, a page on Instagram. Thanks for having me.
Here's Nick's channel link in the chat.
All right, so I'm going to show you how I hold this and everything, how I end up doing these Enigmas. So I'm basically going to start off really slow. I'm not going to pick up speed too much unless I feel extremely comfortable with how my stretch is and how the pressure is. But usually I just try to go slow and just get that one nice coil out of it. So I'm going to start. I'm going to stretch the wire until I see that pattern being made. And once I see that pattern, I'm going to stop stretching and hold my hand right there. And then just move down with that angle down the wire. I put my drill on 1 speed. So it's on, it's slow. Make sure my stack's good.
My fucking alien's getting snagged on my stitch already. fucker. I had it.
Yeah, so I got my, over here, I got my stretch good, it round it good, but what's going on is I think I may not have prepped it perfectly because what my ribbon's doing is it's collapsing under pressure and it's trying to make that triangle with the Enigma. So what happens when that's going on is it usually looks good, but what happens when you go to wrap it is it doesn't wrap very well. So I'm going to try to fix my stack while I'm here. And, hopefully I could get this going properly. But for the most part, that 10-inch D-core with the 4.5 foot stretch worked out pretty good. If anybody was anybody in the chat that seen me last week, I did a kind of Enigma, a little bit harder of an Enigma. It was stitched with ribbon. So when trying these, what happens is sometimes you'll get like a real good run, but it's only like 1 inch or 2 inches. And what you can end up doing is taking off the bad stuff and making a hybrid out of it.
I had some runs of like a hedgehog with like the 3.
Yeah.
I would have stuck with that if I could have kept that going.
Yeah. You could do that too. If that means that you're probably a little understretched if you want to get an Enigma. But if you could also see that hedgehog and stay and do the same thing. Just stay at that tension, stay at that pressure, that angle, and just get that. Also, you can just do a hedgehog. I wish I would have did 0.4. This 0.3, yeah, this 0.3 is just collapsing on me. I believe I've done 0.3 a lot before though with these. I think I just didn't take as much time to prep this one as I usually do.
0.3 is just a bitch regardless.
Yeah, it's definitely. How long have you been building, Sherlock?
About 2 years.
Yeah, okay, so you probably were building when most people were just using 0.5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so once you get used to 0.5, now first of all, 0.5 is a pain in the ass to wrap your coils, but eventually you get it down.
Yep.
And me moving to 0.4 was even rough. It was just a little tougher for me to get used to that smaller wire.
Yeah.
And then 0.3, forget it. It took me a while to get used to 0.3.
Same here.
Yeah.
But I love working with it.
Just yesterday, I did a build with 0.5, and I was like, oh, this is easy. This is
yeah. It's so much easier.
Yeah, it's like, it's almost like trying to like do a build with 28 and then switching to 24.
Yeah, exactly. I made 2 decors because I had a feeling that I was going to need them.
Yeah, that's one thing that's smart to do. I also have another decor which I'm probably going to end up using. I'm not going to scrap this one though because it's actually I'm actually pretty pleased with what's going on right here. It's just them wires are collapsing. I'm actually about to I don't even think I have to prep a .4 ribbon. I think I just have a stack here already. I think I have a failed Enigma here that I could just go off of.
I'm getting this fucking coil.
Yeah, it's once you get it, it's sweet. It's just, you know, feels good once you get it. And once you start seeing it and you start understanding that pressure and everything, that's the biggest thing, is the stretch, and then just getting that, just finding that sweet spot when it's on there and just keeping that sweet spot all the way down. So lots of the times what happens is I'll get my hand, and hopefully you guys could see that, and it's always usually either I fall on the table here and I just rest my hand on the table and walk it down, or it'll be on my knee and I just hold my fingers right on my knee. I don't go any further and I just keep moving down. There's a guy on Instagram who's really good at them, First Kyle Jones. And you know, I've heard about a conversation that he's had with Dwayne Rambo, and what he does is, it seems like he has a wall behind him, I guess, and he holds his Enigmas back here, and his hand stays on the wall, and then he just moves his hand down the wall. So it's kind of the same thing, only he holds it way further back.
Right. God, that's got to be hard holding it that far back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he got good at it, so I guess it's whatever works for you, I guess.
You kind of just have to adapt to whatever you have.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like 90% of building is like working with what you got.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with even like with your body type and everything. Lots of people do that dual spool, the dual spool claptoning, like where they hold two spools in their hand. And I swear that's for tall people only, because I can't do it. And I think it's because my hands just ain't big enough. They ain't tall enough.
I refuse to waste that much wire.
Yeah. You so you use a loop method most of the time, right?
All the time.
Yeah. So do you use a loop method on, like, let's say, because you got a lot of good stagger builds. You stagger very well.
Well, I have a tool that it's specifically weighted. I don't have to, like, here it is. I sell these on my website. So I loop it. Can you see it?
Yeah, can you show me the top of it?
I'm gonna send you one.
Awesome.
So when I just let it sit with my loop or whatever space I need, and just go with the 90-degree angle, bam, all the way down, perfect every time.
Okay, so my next question is, what if you got a space, like, let's say you're doing a Staggerton and you got a space like 8 pieces of ribbon? Do you use the same loop method?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have like a bigger loop, or is it a fairly short loop?
Well, like the actual wire that I use for spacing, I'll use whatever. If I'm doing, if I'm gonna fuse it all with 40's the gauge that I'll use. Like, I don't just loop. That loop doesn't go on the wire. I use like a piece of 40 gauge through it to hang down. You know what I mean? So it'll be hanging, putting the tension on the core. So
yeah, I understand that. What I'm asking is, I guess, how low does that do you change how low it is? No, it's just always like you just have.
No, I cut about I cut about 2.5 inches off of this, whatever I need for the spacing wire, and wherever it lands, it lands.
Okay.
And it just works.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, because anybody that watches my channel knows what I do is like when I do a loop method, I do a dual spool kind of variation where I put 2 spools in the bag, I have 2 plastic bags. So I'll put a 40 gauge in this bag. I'll put a 40 gauge in this bag. Drop this one between my legs. Drop this one on the left side of my left knee, and just clapping it with my fingers. I go down that and then take one off and throw it out. So you know, it is a waste of wire. It's actually the least waste of wire I've found with how I do it, because I mess up every other one, so I'm wasting more wire messing up.
Right.
So, but when I do a loop method, I use this mask RDA, which is just a heavy RDA. So it's a 30 millimeter RDA. So it's pretty heavy.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah. So finding that weight's important, like finding the perfect weight, because if it's too light, it's not going to work. You're going to keep skipping over.
Yep.
And too heavy, it's going to keep popping out of your drill or something, or it's going to make bigger spaces than what you need.
Yep. Exactly right. Yeah, I'll send you, after this, I'll get your address. I'll send you one.
Cool.
It changed my life with staggered builds.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed you've been doing a lot more. I always see that you're like wire porn shots, and there's like a gang of different staggered builds, corrugate and all that. And they all look super clean and nice.
Man, the build gods are not smiling on me tonight. That's for sure.
It doesn't seem like they smile on many Enigma builds in my I just did it, like, whoever hasn't been on my channel, last week I did a video that was 4.5 hours long, and I was trying to get one single coil doing an Enigma build. I was just using ribbon for the stitch, and it just was not going well. So I didn't even successfully get it. So what I ended up doing is exactly what I said. I had a good section of it. I took off the bad stuff, and I just made a hybrid out of it. And it turned out cool, you know. Lots of people like the video if they're skipping through it. Start in the beginning, watch the first half hour, and then watch the last 45 minutes, and you'll be all right.
There you go. Okay.
But it's good to show people that, you know, everybody fails. Everybody.
Oh yeah. You only see the success on Instagram. You're not posting your fuck-ups, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And there's also a thing that happens as you get better. You start nitpicking your own stuff. Like, I was just looking at it. I remember doing a build a couple builds ago, and I was like, you know, it's all right, but there's a mess up here and there. I just picked up that coil tonight and looked at it in the macro lens. I'm like, man, it's a fucking nice coil.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I didn't mount it yet. So you do this thing, and I used to say it all the time when I was coming up. Like, you would see these awesome builders just go, I'm going to post this even though it's a fail. And I'm looking at it like, I wish I could fucking do that.
Right.
I don't even know how you're going to call that a fail. I don't see a fucking thing wrong with it.
Yeah, like one little skipped space or something.
Yeah. It's important not to take yourself so seriously sometimes.
Yeah, exactly right. It's not life or death, it's just coil building.
Yeah.
Where are you at? You doing it again?
I'm trying to finish this one. It just keeps collapsing that 0.3 every time I even start it back up. It collapses dead in the middle here. I'm actually about to just finish it, and maybe somewhere after the video just try to flatten it out and see what happens. Hammer it or something.
When in doubt, hammer it out.
Yeah. Sometimes it's fun to just hit something.
Yeah. My next polished tutorial is going to be Mohawk, I think.
Yeah, that's a lot of the hard thing about mohawks is the wrapping. I think a lot of people have problems wrapping it on to the, just actually wrapping the coil.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people could actually get the mohawk, but I think that wrapping it stumps a lot of people.
First time I nailed a mohawk was by accident.
I was thinking the same thing. Like these Enigmas, they used to be called fails.
Yeah.
It just used to be a consistent fail.
Yeah, exactly right.
I failed it the same way for 4 inches. And that's why they're so tricky to do, is because your muscle memory is so used to that alien, and now you're trying to tell it to do something else, almost the same but a little different. It's a lot like a mohawk, though. Like, just to understretch it and get that tension. I can't stress that enough. Just finding that sweet spot and then keeping that sweet spot.
I think that's the harder part, is keeping it.
Yeah. That's why I'm going slow, just so I make sure. I've never had much success stopping and going, but I haven't messed this coil up once stopping and going too much.
That's always something I struggle with, is stopping and going.
Yeah. Especially with staggering, once you get in that groove, you want to stay in that groove.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, that's about the end of that one. I'm going to see if I can't show you guys what I got here. It's really rough. It's one thing I try to get on my channel, is I try to get a lot of close-ups and stuff. It's just a little hard to do it on these live guys because you can't turn the camera around.
Right.
Like, once our cameras are where they're at, they got to stay where they're at. So right now my camera is like in selfie mode, so I can only keep it right here. I can only show you guys so much. But I'm going to try to show you anyway.
That's how I knew you were from Philly. The used
What,
guys.
what?
Used guys.
Used guys.
That's definitely a Northeast thing.
Yeah, that water.
Yeah.
There's a couple things I say that people catch me on. Oh, guys, don't forget to go over to to either, I mean, I know Sherlock put something up on his Instagram and getting that raffle that that the guys are throwing on Fresh's channel, right to be smoke-free raffle, raffling off a bunch of good stuff, a bunch of coils in it, and all the proceeds go to advocacy. Well, actually, you just donate to advocacy. Every $5 you donate, you get a raffle ticket. So basically, you screenshot it, send it over to whatever, I forget who it is, but if you go check out
anybody,
yeah, I think you send it over to Addy Tooney or to Omageddon or Dear Addy, and you know, for every $5 you get a raffle ticket. And last time the winnings were awesome, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be bigger winnings this time, and there's 5 prizes.
Yeah, 5 prizes. You know, I sent Addy Tooney a whole bunch of coils for the prize packs, and they never showed up at his fucking house.
Ugh, that sucks. I guess that, I mean, you probably sent a lot too. Yeah, that would have sucked. I sent a good amount. I could just imagine. I guess it's a little bit better than if you sold it to somebody that you sold to, because you would definitely have to send out the same thing. But yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. It happens though. Fucking post office, like USPS, is really shitty as far as how many packages they lose.
Yeah, so when Coil Wars was going on, you know, there was a couple prizes given out at the end, and homeboy Josh sent me something and it got lost in the mail. But he was fucking super cool about it, sent me out the same exact thing. But yeah, they fuck up stuff. That's for sure.
Alright, here we go. Hopefully second time's the charm. Oh, my fucking core is folded in. God damn it.
I really like that idea, the spool on a rod back here. I think that really helped me a lot. So when doing a stitched alien, the stitch should always have some sort of weight on it so that it doesn't bind up the alien.
That's what mine's doing.
Yeah, so I think that was helping me actually. Maybe I got a little tight on there. So I was thinking, if I wasn't coming on live tonight, I may go on live tomorrow, either on Instagram or YouTube. I was going to ask you, do you have any videos on series builds?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's becoming big, them series builds. Everybody's asking me.
Are they?
Yeah, I get asked to purchase them a lot lately. I get asked what I use for series builds. I guess lots of these guys are getting these stacked mods.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I don't get a crazy amount of orders, but I think about 50% of my orders the last 2 weeks where there was a series build in them.
I don't even offer any series builds.
Yeah, I mean, I offer big fuse Claptons, but now I'm starting to make some 28 gauge kanthal aliens. So I'm just prepping another one right now. Are you going no stretcher? I see you stretched it out. Are you
I was doing a little stretch, but I'm gonna do no stretch this next one.
Yeah.
Third time's the charm, guys.
Yeah, so this is a lot like it's a lot like learning aliens for your first time. I've went through just about the same amount of wire trying to learn these enigmas as I did when I tried to first get down the alien. I'm still not at a point where I could just get them all the time, obviously.
I don't know if anybody can ever get to that point. Well, I guess some guys do, but fuck, man.
Yeah, it's enigmas are definitely rough. Aliens, I got down pretty down pat. I mean, there's a couple times. There's going to be some days where I'm just off. But I know when I sit down, there's just some days where if I hit that first alien and then I hit the second one, I know to just keep doing aliens the rest of the day because it's going to be a good day for aliens once you get that feeling down. And
yeah, exactly.
Just keep going. But if I fail the first two, that usually means I'm not going to have a good day. So I'm just trying to put a little more effort in prepping this one. Getting all my ribbon nice and tight. So I hot glued my loop here.
That's a good idea.
Now I'm going to put my loop on my swivel. And I use a dab of water on my fingers to keep the ribbon stacked tightly. It almost kind of temporarily glues them together when you put water on your fingers. And then I'm just going to pull it tight away from the swivel. And while I got it tight away from the swivel, I'm going to hot glue it while that pressure's on. This way it stays tight. And I did switch over to 0.4.
Good call.
Yeah. I think if I would have did that the first time, I would have had a nice Enigma. Which I still didn't show. I will show that in a second.
There was like a 2-week period where I could not make an alien. Just couldn't do it. For the life of me.
I get that, and what I have problems with is when I like kind of mass produce aliens, I use 36 gauge. So if I go through and I make like 136 gauge aliens, and you give me some 38 gauge, Oh man, it's rough.
It's like
It's
relearning
rough.
it.
Yeah, it's such a softer wire, and you have to get the stretch differently, and it's just a different feeling going around. It's just funny. And then I'll do a bunch of 38s, and then you give me 36. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. Darkstorm, that's funny. So there's a 29-year period where you can't make aliens. Keep at it, man. You'll get them.
So also with these Enigmas, like if you're having the problem that I was having where the ribbon was bundling up, it might also be because my prep is just too long. So right now I dropped my prep down to about an 8-inch instead of like a 16-inch prep. Or I guess I had like a 14-inch prep, something like that. So the less of a length it is, the more likely it's going to stay together.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut all these in half. Ow, fucker. It's about time for new needle nose.
Yeah, the set I have are really good. Lots of people ask me about them too. So you're in PA, so you have Home Depots near you.
Oh yeah.
Home Depot and the Tool Corral has this set. They're called Crescent. All right, and it comes with these and a pretty nice pair of close cutters for like $13. And these needle noses are so awesome. I love them so much.
Yeah.
They completely close at the needle. It's like completely closed. And I have like I think I have a couple pairs of them too. Do you go to Home Depot often?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they come in a little plastic case. I'm gonna go to Home Depot and see if I can't find them.
I love the ones I have, but after a while of yanking on wire and straightening thick gauge wire, they just kind of get chewed out, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I like the bent nose ones a lot too.
Yeah, those are good. Have you ever tried making an arch Clapton?
I don't know. I can't keep the names straight anymore.
Yeah, so the arch Clapton is basically you decore it just like an alien, but you use a bigger gauge. So you use like 32 or 30 gauge, and you put a little bend in it, and then the needle noses with the bend in it are perfect for it. And you just put a little bend in the Clapton. Homeboy OC has a tutorial for it on his channel. But them angled needle noses are perfect for that build.
Does he have an active YouTube channel?
It's not active anymore, but his YouTube channel is Local Vape. That's the channel he did his tutorials on, Local Vape. And he actually had a good amount of tutorials too, and they're pretty informative. His Helix tutorial's real good. He was like one of the first people to have an alien tutorial. He did a lot of Blue Eye Goon builds on there. He did the Arch Clapton's a Blue Eye Goon build, and then he did the alien, he did the Helix, and he did something else. He's never done, though, which I would love to see him do, and he even says it in one of his last videos, he's never done like one of his original concepts on there, which he has like, you know, the cage build, he has, I mean, he was one of the first people to corrugate wire.
Was he?
Yeah, he used to call it zigzag wire. And then he also did a wire called matrix wire. But he's never done them concepts on his channel. And I think he always wanted to get to it because he says it in the one video. I wish he would have. Maybe one day.
What does he actually do? Like,
he started out as a builder.
What does he do now? He just makes the recoil?
No, I mean, you know, he's anarchist wire. He's, I assume that he has a big thing to do with local vape, the actual store. But, yeah, so he was a builder, and now he just, you know, he did the anarchist wire. Mm-hmm. And actually, he had an RDA out before the recoil. He did the, remember the phenotype?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was his RDA. The phenotype was one of the first 2-post RDAs out. It came out like the same time as the dot mod. And that was put out by him and what's it called? Anarchist Manufacturing, which is his company, I believe. Or by I'm sorry. That's his company. It was put out by him and Aria built, yeah.
So he owns Anarchist.
Yes, he is Anarchist Wire, yes. But he, yeah, he started out as a builder.
Yeah, I remember watching his tutorials when I first started.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite channel was, I liked Twisted Messes a lot. It was between him and Squid Dude's channel. I love Squid Dude's channel. Yeah. His production was just so good.
Yeah, he kind of just stopped doing tutorials.
Yeah.
After his RDA.
Yeah, it seemed like that for a little bit he stopped, and then he started putting out a couple more. I'm sure guys just become busy, and especially when you have a lot of production in your videos, like, it's just probably a lot to edit.
It is.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I kind of frowned upon when I was starting YouTube, is I didn't want to really edit videos, but now I kind of like it. It's kind of, I don't edit them too much, but the editing I do, I don't mind.
Right. I forgot to make a fucking decor. I'm setting up my cores and shit.
Mm. Yeah, I got one more decor made. Gotta stitch it.
Your channel's growing fucking fast, man.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm actually quite surprised with how quickly it's grown. I knew I would have a lot of people come over from Instagram because, you know, my Instagram's pretty good. But
how many followers do you have on Instagram?
It should be. I was like 2 away from 8,000 today.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I really wanted to hit that 10 grand by the end of the year, but I'm going to have to get busy on Instagram to do that. I kind of fell behind on Instagram a little bit when I started YouTube.
It's hard, man. It's a lot of fucking work between 2 of them.
Yeah, to do 2 social medias, it is rough. I wouldn't even want to take on. I hardly am over on Facebook.
Yeah. I just like auto post from Instagram. If you have a business page, it gives you the option to automatically post. So if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't post at all on Facebook.
All right, I'm going to stitch this. 38 gauge, get it set up, and go for another one here. Let me show you guys what I got the first time. I don't think anybody's going to be able to see this. I don't know. Oh, maybe I could put my macro on.
Is this easier without a stitch, this build?
I think it's easier. Try it without a stitch. I think it's easier with a stitch when you're doing one piece. Oh, I didn't know that there was a UFC on tonight.
What, a pay-per-view?
Yeah, I guess so. I wouldn't have got it on pay-per-view, but I still didn't know that the fight. I don't know if you watch UFC at all.
Not religiously.
Yeah, it's there's I don't know if you know Cowboy Cerrone. He was fighting tonight.
No, I wouldn't.
He's
know
just like he's kind of like I don't know how to explain it. He's just like a fucking easy to like guy. He's like a fan favorite. He's like a beer drinker. He's just like a man's man that just shows up to any fight. And
gotcha.
Lately, he's been getting beat up a lot, and I think he got beat up tonight.
I'm gonna get this coil. This is gonna be the time.
Try to go a little slower. I don't know if you are going slow and it just seems.
No, my drill keeps getting away from me and fucking taking off.
Yeah.
It's hard to maintain any speed with my drill.
What make is that, Troll? Is that Craftsman?
No, it's a $15 fucking cheapo drill.
It looks like my Craftsman cordless a lot like it. I'll show you.
They're probably all made by the same people anyway.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, third time's the charm. No stretch, no stitch. Let's see. Fucker! I quit. I quit building forever. Fuck coil building. God damn it.
Yeah, they're paying the fucking ass. They definitely are.
I have it, but my core's collapsed. This feels like when I tried to learn aliens for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot like what it is. So I got this D-core is a bit shorter. This D-core is very short, 6.5 inches.
And this decor went all the way home.
Clamp it on my table. So I just clamp my decors on my table here. Roll out the stitch. Grab the decor. So if I stretched, maybe I want to stretch this like 4 feet. Yeah. Do like 4 feet stretch.
I definitely know what you mean about doing a single coil at a time.
Yeah, it also saves wire if you're messing up, you know?
Yeah.
There's a couple. And then I'm putting this coil jig through there.
There's nothing like failing multiple times over and over again on live YouTube.
Yeah, I think hopefully my last week video is going to be my longest one. But after that, I don't think I'm going to feel so bad failing a couple times.
I think the first live stream I ever did, I fucked up the build. It was either my first
Yeah, I was
second.
thinking about that too. Yeah, the very, very first live I've ever done, it was actually just to, there was like a challenge going on, a speed alien, how fast you could do an alien from start to, until it's all the way fused and you're clipping it off the drill. So, Dwayne Rambo put that challenge on. And I think like the time to beat was like 8 minutes, and I was just fairly certain I could beat that. So I went live on Instagram, and it was like the first time I went live on Instagram like at all. Like I've never even done like 15 minutes live on Instagram. And once I started doing it, my nerves were so, I think I like drank a Red Bull. My nerves were so shot from going live, trying to do a build as fast as I can, and drinking an energy drink, that I was shaking so much my alien was just a spaced alien all the way up. I said, you know what? I'll come back tomorrow and do this. But I ended up getting it. I think I got 6 minutes and 50 seconds. I posted that up, and then somebody beat it with like 6 minutes the next day.
So what's the
and
record?
Now I think the fastest time. The record now, I believe somebody beat it. I did on my alien tutorial. I tried to beat that time. I didn't beat the time that was put up, and then the guy that put that time up beat his time again. I think it's 5 minutes and 4 seconds.
Oh, I've got to try
I
this.
believe it's 5 minutes and 4 seconds.
I've got to try that.
It's
What are the
so
rules?
The way I did it, I think my best time. No, you just can't have anything prepped. So basically, just do 326, 36 alien, and just there's no rules other than just don't have anything prepped. You know, just and do it. You know, do it live or whatever so people can see it, time it, and that's basically it. You just do it from start until. All right, I've done the alien, and you know I'm ready to snip it, drill.
Right. No! I got a 4 wrap.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you could only really do a 4 or 5 wrap on them.
Is there anything special I need to do when I wrap this?
Be careful. As long as your staples didn't collapse, it's pretty much like a frame staple. So how do you usually wrap like a fatty staple? Do you clamp it or anything?
No, just by hand.
Or do you just...
Yeah.
So I actually have a couple Enigmas here I could mess with. So basically,
I'm gonna squish one of these sides though, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, it kind of just wraps right over that point. So basically, it's really just like wrapping any other staple. Just be careful, do straight, deliberate wraps.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah, if you're used to wrapping staples, it's you know, it stands up on the point pretty nicely.
Cool. Got one. Fuck yeah!
Sweet. So that was easier for you to do without the stitch then, right?
Yeah, now that I got it, I'll add the stitch.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Oh yeah, nice.
Did it zoom?
Okay.
Or did it focus?
Looks good. It's not. It's. I could see it enough to see that it's clean. You know.
Yeah.
It looks better on my computer actually.
Woo! Alright. Now while you're doing that, I'm gonna vape this drop. Where's my cotton? Fuck. Oh, here it is. Oh. Oh man, these big frame staples came out to .06. I can't vape that. It's too low.
You got a DNA or anything?
No. I mean I could run it, but you know, I don't want to kind of promote that on the YouTube channel, you know.
I hear you.
I think I'm gonna throw this Enigma in here.
Yeah. I'd like to see how it installs in there. That would be a pretty pretty cool thing if you could install an Enigma in that drop. It says a lot about the drop.
Yeah, right. Oh, this thing squonks too, right? Yeah, it does.
I'm sure it does, yeah.
I'm gonna try squonking this guy, depending on what the resistance is. Oh yeah, it fits. It fits and a half.
Oh, nice. Sweet. So I guess that's kind of also like a dead rabbit, how if you had a really big coil, you could go diagonally to the other posts.
Yeah, it's really similar to the dead rabbit. I'm gonna go grab my camera. Give me a second.
I'm going to show you guys who's never seen me do an interlock alien, how I get that interlock. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. And it looks like I got to prep another Enigma anyway. My first Enigma came out way better than that second one was going. But, let me show you how I get these interlocks. So, I got a fairly long piece of wire here. It's about, I don't know, it's like 20 inches long. So I'm going to go about 8 inches up this wire with some 38, just straight clapping.
You guys are gonna get a behind the scenes of coil photography. I'm super pumped at this picture though. How you making out, Nick?
That second one didn't go as good as the first one. So, basically, I was just showing you guys how I get my interlock. I'm going to do an interlock on this one. So, I'm clapping up this wire with 38 gauge to about 10 inches, 9 inches.
It's not the prettiest coil, but it's fucking cool. It's not as clean as I would like it, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, as long as you know, you start somewhere. So now I'm going to clip my 38 off. I leave a little bit on there, about an inch of wire, put my drill in reverse, and loosen that Clapton up, just like if I was going to decore it. So now my Clapton wire can move up and down this core. Then I'm going to take my 38, again, put it in my drill, and I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on it this time. And it's going to go in between the gaps of the first 38. So I'm Claptoning in between each gap of this, and that's going to give me a parallel Clapton.
I'm thinking about doing a video on coil photography.
I think that you need it, dude. I really do.
Especially like tips and tricks with the cell phone. Because that's what's hardest, is shooting coil pictures with the cell phone. You and Rambo do a fucking phenomenal job with pictures. How did you learn how to take pictures, Nick?
Basically just trial and error. I had a couple guys help me out along the way. Like, I still just use my cell phone, but I think that I'm getting pretty good at the cell phone bit. My biggest tip to give anybody, especially if they're just using a cell phone, an iPhone or whatever, as long as it has like a good camera on it, something like a 13 megapixel camera, is going outside in the sun and just getting in the shade and just getting some natural light on them coils. That seems to work the best. Lighting's the biggest thing. When taking pictures, the lighting is so important.
It's everything.
Yeah, even with videos and everything, like, the lighting is very important. It just really is. I can make my video look so much more like shit by just turning these two lights off and putting my regular light on. It could look very grainy, very yellow.
Yeah.
It's just, lighting is so important.
I got these ceramic plier or tweezers in the Chaos build kit. It's Sigeli's version of the Coil Master build kit. I don't know if you can see. You're probably not gonna see, but they have this like slick coating to them, which makes pinching your coils damn near impossible. I don't understand why they fucking did it, but they're useless.
Yeah, I watched your video on that. I remember you talking about the nail clippers in that kit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look a little weird. I've seen the black ceramic before, but I've never seen that slippery stuff on it.
Yeah, they're trash, man. The more I try to use them, the worse they are. If they're the only pair you have, they work, but I'd much prefer something else.
Yeah, the white ceramic's nice. It's not like slippery or anything. There's a little bit something that happens with it, like if you're not used to it. It almost has like that cringy thing to it, like rubbing ceramic along something.
Yeah.
It just it's like almost like nails on a chalkboard. Alright, here's my parallel clapping.
Oh yeah, this ohms out real low. 0.11 for a single coil.
Yeah, so dual would have, yeah. And that's what using kanthal wire too. That's pretty ridiculous. So then when doing my interlock Enigmas, what I like to do, I'm not even going to stitch this one. I'm going to give this guy one more try, and then after that, I'm good with calling it. My first one isn't actually as bad as I thought it was. So I'm good with calling it with that one. But when I do these interlock Enigmas, I like to hot glue both ends so them two wires stay together. Wow, that colored up really nice. Did you use nichrome or stainless steel for the outside?
Stainless.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's amazing what you can do with a white piece of paper to bounce light back at your subject.
Hell yeah.
So your first one turned out good?
It turned out better than my second attempt was going. The outside looks great. I'm not sure how it's going to wrap. Actually, maybe I'll do that next.
I know this is probably boring to watch, guys, but I'm too excited not to do this right now.
I think it's interesting as hell. I'm glad you're doing that.
Right now what I'm doing a photography technique called focus stacking, where I'll take a whole bunch of pictures with different depth of focus, like focusing from forward going backward, and then I'll combine them all in Photoshop so everything will be in crystal clear focus. It's how you get those pictures you see where the whole mod or the whole RDA and coil, every bit of it will be sharp as fuck. This is how you do that.
Yeah, which is much. It's much harder to do to a smaller object. Like, it's a little easier to get a clear picture of a bigger object. So let's say you wanted to get like what I've been trying to do a lot is trying to get the entire RDA with the build in it.
Yeah.
It's easier to do that stepped back and get, you know, the full image kind of clear, but to get it super clear, if you want to go close up on just the coil, the focus stacking just looks awesome. It's crazy how good it looks. There's like if you focus stack a lot of pictures together, you just get no blurry points at all.
Yeah.
I've never got into it yet.
It's fucking hard. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
When I got into building, I never thought it would get me into photography like it has.
I know, right?
Like macro especially. I've always been into photography, but never into macro photography. Are you going to start doing review videos, Nick?
I wasn't going to.
Why?
No real reason why, other than it's more just I don't really want to get into it because I think it would make me too busy. It would make me really busy, and it just I guess I just don't really have an interest in reviewing stuff. I feel like it's hard because of the situation that I'm in with the building and being sponsored by companies. I just feel like it's hard to not be biased. It's hard. It's rough. Even when I do these little videos where I just show off my day. Yeah, it's just hard to not be like, you know, like right now I'm telling everybody I love the dead rabbit. And I fucking do love the dead rabbit. I use anybody that knows me, like in real life, knows that I have a dead rabbit in my hand, like constantly. But people also know that I'm sponsored by that company, so, you know, they might think that I'm just saying that shit, but I really do like dead rabbit a lot.
So you're sponsored by Vape?
Yeah, well, they send me the things to take pictures, yes.
Well, that's not sponsored, man. Sponsored is getting paid. That's a huge misconception in the vaping industry.
Yeah, I guess lots of companies will call it sponsor. I mean, like most of the companies that just send me product call it sponsorship.
Yeah, it's horseshit.
But, yeah, I mean, you're right.
You know,
yeah,
it
just makes it...
If we were in any other industry, with your Instagram count and my sub count, if anybody wanted a product featured in my content, it would cost them hundreds of dollars. But the vape industry, they send you a free product and act like you need to kiss their ass for it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's especially when you know how much that if you know the product for retail is like $30 and you know what they're actually paying to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's some IG accounts out there that have like 1 million subs, 1 million subs or 1 million followers. They're making good money off of each post. Good money.
Yeah.
We're talking like $200 a post.
No, you're looking at thousands at that kind of sub count.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I know a couple that are, you know, they have like 1 million and they're making like 200 a post.
You can check what you're worth on, what is it called? Social Blue Book. Sign up for an account and it'll give you,
oh, really?
Yeah, it'll give you your channel's value based on real-time brand deals with people of your size. For Instagram, Facebook,
really?
YouTube. Yeah. According to them and what other people in every other industry are getting per post on Instagram, my Instagram per post should be worth $17 per picture. That's what any other industry would get to feature a product.
Huh.
But obviously we don't make money at all, and all my fucking YouTube videos are demonetized.
Yeah. Why demonetized? Because...
I don't know, because YouTube decided to demonetize them.
Because of vaping?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Because, yeah, that's why a lot of people went to do the, what's it called? I'm not sure if you do it too.
Which?
Patreon.
Oh, yeah, I do Patreon.
Patreon.
Yep.
Yeah.
People don't realize how expensive it is.
Yeah, especially if you want to grow your channel. I mean, it's something I'm realizing now. Like, I'm doing everything with cell phone, and if I was just doing IG, I've gotten good enough to where I could get by with just a cell phone with the pictures. But now when you're talking about videos, editing, bringing computers into it, you got to start. Yeah, you got to start putting out money.
Yeah, it's fucking expensive.
Yeah, and it's just another hobby, really. I'm good with it. It's just, but yeah, it gets expensive if you want to keep it going.
Yeah. Oh, fucker. Do we have people watching still?
Yeah. I think everybody's been pretty loyal tonight.
Thanks for sticking
with us, guys. Which is awesome for a Saturday night. Yeah. This interlock's going way better than my others.
Good.
Right, because most of the time I do interlock Enigma, so I'm used to it.
Dude, thanks for guiding me through this. I always wondered why I couldn't fucking get these coils. I didn't realize I would have to go fatter on the ribbon.
Yeah, I mean, aside from being fun to come on and build and shit, and BS, goes without saying, it's gonna help my channel out also.
Oh yeah, definitely go check out Nick's channel, guys. It's awesome.
And same, I mean, obviously whoever's in here, that's on my channel. I think most of the guys that watch me though already have already been following you. Yeah, I see a lot of guys but I always see a lot of guys from my channel over in your comments and stuff too. I'm pretty sure when you search out either of our videos, one of our videos comes up anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, I got my single coil here.
I could get real carried away doing a lot more pictures, but we're doing a live stream, so I won't do that.
Yeah, I mean, so how many pictures have you been doing when you're stacking? Because I know there's people that do like 100, you know, a lot of pictures.
Yeah, I don't do it often. It's really time consuming, and a lot of times I just like to get the pictures up, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it more often if I have the time, but between the business and YouTube and Instagram and marketing and 2 kids and the family, you know, I just like extra little stuff like that definitely isn't the priority.
Yeah, I hear you. I could imagine. It's just I'm having problems just finding time for, like I said, both social medias, YouTube and Instagram. I'm trying to find a happy medium there. So that's why I try to make my the coils I build on Instagram be my coils I build on YouTube be for my Instagram.
Yeah, that's the best idea. Man, I'm gonna do once I get better at this, I hope you don't mind, I'm gonna do a tutorial for these for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, the way I feel about builders and tutorials, I think the more the better. I think just anything that makes building flourish and not fade away,
yeah,
is the best thing.
Agreed.
Because there's gonna be sometimes, I mean, there's a lot of builders that have been big out there, and it seems like they just end up going away. And I hope that I never turn out to be like that.
They end up what? I didn't hear you.
Wait, that I end up being one of the builders that just gets either too busy or bored of building to where I just fade away, like some of the other builders we were talking about. To where they just absolutely just stop building and they move on to sometimes just bigger and better things. And I hope not to do that, but if I do, I'm glad I have a channel out there, and I hope that there was a couple channels out there to just keep it alive, and maybe some other builders come along and do the same thing.
I don't think building's gonna go anywhere anytime soon. There's so many good builders out there, and like new builders popping up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope I never lose the love for building.
Yeah, there's been I mean, the idea is just to keep it fresh and keep it, keep evolving with it. So I think maybe sometimes I felt the way where I was like, I just didn't feel like building, or I've never felt like I just don't want to build anymore. It's just there's sometimes where I feel like, it just, I don't know what to do, and I don't feel like building anything right now. But I think like starting the videos, I think helped out a lot. Like, it just gave me something else like now to challenge myself building live, and build offs are very important. If you could get into a build off, like I wish Coil Wars started back up, because I think that's big for the building community. Whenever you have any kind of competition and that gets yourself to grow, everybody in Coil Wars got better through Coil Wars. Every single one of them. If you look at the whole list, every single person in Coil Wars got better.
Are they going to bring that back?
I believe so. I believe they are. It was always the plan to. It was really just always the plan to. And Rambo's on my build team, the Resistance crew. And I mean, it seems as though it's going to be back. I think Josh is just really busy anymore. So I think it's just going to be, everything's got to fall into place.
Right. I'd definitely be interested in doing one.
Yeah. It's build offs are just great. They just, it's a great way to grow, is competition. Just try and be better than what you're doing or what other people are doing is always a good way to grow.
Hell yeah,
as
dude.
a builder.
That came out good.
Kind of wrapped this a little. Yeah, it came out good. I wrapped it a little spaced. I wish I didn't do that, but
well, you can push that together when you're heating it up.
Yeah, exactly. Or I'm actually also thinking about paraboling it with something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people stuck around, huh? Still 46.
Wow, awesome. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to anybody who made it this far in the replay. God bless you.
How much is the most you've ever had people watching?
I don't know. I don't, I have like OBS open on one side and the chat on the other, so I really can't see. Probably 50 maybe, I would say, just a guess.
You've had more than that. I've been in a lot where you've had more than that.
All at once?
I'm pretty sure you've reached 100. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been in a lot. Yeah. I know my biggest one. You were in it too. Was when I did that giveaway, the drawing for the giveaway. I think I hit like 80 watchers.
God, that's wild. That's a lot of people watching all at once.
Yeah, I get amazed at some of the statistics you see sometimes. Just like, wow, really? Like I have you have this like studio app where you could you know, you just look at all the analytics and it just breaks all the videos down. What's your most watched video and all that, and it's just crazy seeing some of the stats. Like just it's just weird.
Think about it. If you have 100,000 views, right? 100,000 views. That's like standing in a stadium in front of 100,000 people. That's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot of views, you know?
Yeah, and that's even like, you know, of course a lot of people are watching it over and over again, but still 40,000 people put in a stadium.
Even 1,000.
It's a stadium, 40,000. Yeah. 1,000, 2,000's a small concert.
Yeah, exactly right.
In Philly, lots of the venues. But yeah, like some of the stats will be the ones that blow my mind are like the people that are watching compared to the people that aren't even following you. I think the people that most of my views actually come from 60% are people that aren't even subbed to me.
Yeah, most of your views will be people who aren't subbed.
Yeah.
Especially a channel like Building.
Like you'll see it in every video.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Especially a tutorial channel like ours, people tune in for the build videos. Not very many stick around compared to how many watch.
Yeah. So like that's why you'll see like any YouTube channel, you'll always see them saying like every video, don't forget to sub, don't forget to like, don't forget to. It's because, you know, they see that stat that, you know, 60% of these people aren't subbing. So that's why you see it every single video.
Yep.
And it seems a little redundant, but it's because people ain't subbing.
Right. Yeah, one of my tutorials has like 40,000 views on it, and I only have like 4,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of views. My most viewed video is the Enigma Coil. So
you'll get there though. You've only been doing this a month.
A couple months now. It's like 3 months now. It is. It's getting close to 3 months.
Already?
But it's definitely moving quicker than I thought. Definitely.
God, it's moving fast.
It seems short, but you know, You know how many videos I have right now?
Probably a lot, right?
Just take a guess. Yeah. Take a guess at how many videos I have right now.
40.
I think it's more like 80.
Jesus. That's probably more than I have.
I'm trying to see. Videos. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16. Yeah, it's like 75. Yeah, 75 videos, I think it is.
That's crazy.
Which that blew my mind too. I couldn't believe that I did that many.
And yours are a lot of live shows too. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, especially how long they are. That's it. That's one thing I'm trying to get more into. That's why I tried to drop them 3 shorter videos this week, is because people are kind of, I don't want to say complaining about the time, but they want to see some short videos.
Yeah, people have a really short attention span.
Yeah. And sometimes people are just coming there to get some quick information.
Right.
Which I get, because I don't watch many YouTube videos that are that long. There's a couple, like I watch Joe Rogan on YouTube while I'm at work. I put it on and I listen to it anyway. And his shows are like 3 hours long. But my channel isn't one that you could just listen to, really.
Yeah, it is pretty visual.
It's not very entertaining.
I'm gonna throw the squonk pin in this drop, set it up, and see how it fucking squonks. See how it vapes.
Yeah, that's another thing about the dead rabbit. That thing squonks awesome.
Oh my god, it's like such a fucking awesome RDA. It's just Heathen really nailed it with that thing.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah, that first Enigma I did it didn't wrap good at all. That was a fail. Good thing I did that other one. Actually, I think I have a twisted message square I could throw this into real quick. Maybe I have a wire I could parallel.
I love my twisted messes squared.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite decks. That's why I love this this mask RDA. Because it's like the Goon and the Twisted Masters deck all rolled into one. It's got the clamps and the 4 posts, just like the Twisted Masters.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh no. Oh, did G5 send you the supercar squonk box?
No.
Or 5G rather? Oh wait, no, that's a different company. Sorry, that's not Hell Vape.
No, but Hellvape has an awesome mod that I'd like to get. That I've actually got to mess with a bit. Yeah, yeah, that thing's nice.
Yeah, I've heard awesome
Really
things about it.
Really cheap too, I think. Yeah, the button's really cool. Heathen actually doesn't. He doesn't live too far from me. I believe he's in South Philly, but he actually works at the fire department of a friend of mine. And when that mod came out, I got to see it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
When did the Trishful come out?
I think a little bit after the Dead Rabbit. I believe.
But it was after the Dead Rabbit?
It just got big. Yeah, I believe it was a little after the Dead Rabbit. I believe, because I've seen posts of the buttons up on their IG before the Dead Rabbit came out. But I don't know if that's a button they've used before or what. I didn't see it until weeks after the Dead Rabbit came out, so.
I'm gonna look into that. Do you know how much it is?
It's cheap. I'm pretty sure you could get it for like $30 without the RDA, and I'm pretty sure with the RDA it's like $70 for the whole kit.
I don't think my 510 pins are touching. They're not. Son of a bitch.
I've had that problem with a squonk before.
Huh?
I've had that problem with a squonk before. A clone squonk. I have a Franklin Skull clone, and the pin doesn't touch most of my RDAs.
These have spacers to raise and lower the 510, so it's adjustable, sort of. And I guess this. There we go. Fits on this one. Oh yeah. Now we're squonking. The squonk pin comes up really far, so it actually creates a nice well in there, which is great. Alright, we'll try it wide open, right? Whoa, you could breathe through that thing. Oh.
Yeah, most RDAs I don't use wide open. The Dead Rabbit's like the only one.
Yeah, this thing's fucking awesome. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, this thing's sweet. Cool. Tried the Vandy Vape Kylan. No, man, I haven't. The Kylan. I've heard awesome things about it. Everybody loves the Kylan.
Yeah, I always hear. I've built one a couple times. There's a guy that comes into the shop that loves his, and he always gets me to put a build in it.
Do you work at a shop?
No, I live extremely close to a shop. 5-minute walk from a shop called Vape 02 over here in Philly.
Nice.
Yeah.
What shop was I at? Saboba Vapes. Do you know where that is?
Sababa are good friends of mine.
Yeah.
Sababa, I used to actually go there and build on weekends. Yeah, Sababa's good people. Real good people. Sababa is actually where Zombies e-liquid's made.
Yeah.
That's like one of the first sponsors I've ever had.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. My wife and I stopped in there. God, it had to have been a year and a half ago now. We were walking by, so we just stopped in. They were good people.
Yeah, it's a great section for a vape shop. It's like a perfect spot.
Yeah, there's a Mexican restaurant right by there that's fucking fire. I forget what it's called, but it was fucking awesome.
There's so much good food, especially in Philly, all over Philly right now. There's just a lot of good food places popping up. There's a lot of good food places, cheaper ones, but near this vape shop near me, there's like a really good burger joint right next door. Sketch Burger.
Thanks for being here, Juan. Glad you could make it, buddy. Yeah, dude, next time I'm in Philly, I'm definitely going to hit you up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely do that.
Goddamn, dude, you definitely need to try this. If you like the rabbit, you're going to love this.
Yeah, I might just order 2, and that might be one of the giveaway prizes. I was actually trying to really think of what was going to be the RDA that I was going to give away. And I feel pretty confident in doing that one, even though I haven't tried it.
Yeah, this has something for everybody with all this different airflow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he outdid himself. So far, I'm liking 2 holes open. This drip tip, though, I don't know. Like, why? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of companies with their drip tips, it seems like they know that people are going to switch the drip tip out anyway, so they don't take much time into it.
Yeah.
But there are some RDAs that have awesome drip tips if you like put your time into the drip tip. I realize, you know, to keep it cheap, it's a little hard to, you know, most of these guys aren't getting into it to reinvent the drip tip.
Right.
But still, I mean, there's a couple drip tips out there that are just awesome, and they should just keep that. Like, actually, I like the Dead Rabbit drip tips. The Goon drip tips even nice. I put the Goon drip tips on a lot of things. What's really nice?
The Druga.
I was just thinking that the Druga is a really nice drip tip.
Fuck yeah.
And it looks good on most brass mods and everything. The Drugas, the cap they sent that they put out afterwards with the pins, the drip tip that comes with that's real awesome. It's a black one, kind of like the Goon, but it's knurled at the top.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Is this an 810?
I've been buying lots of heat to it.
Oh, it is. So the Merlin Mini RDA conversion drip tip. Oh, yeah, it is. It's kind of like funnel shaped. You see it?
Ah.
That's a neat. Huh. It's a neat guy. It's a little tight. That looks fucking wonky on that though. But it feels fantastic in the mouth. I'm not going to be able to get this off. Fuck. Ugh. Penguin. Have you tried the Penguin by Joytech?
No.
It's fucking cool.
Is it good?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
They have them at my place.
actually,
That thing puts out. Jesus.
I would buy this if I lost it. I think. Just the juice capacity alone, fucking, you can fit nearly 10 mils of juice into it. And it's really portable. You could do mouth to lung or fucking direct lung.
Yeah, that thing was putting out some vapor, so you put your own juice in there, huh?
Oh yeah, it comes with these big ass tanks, and the coil, ceramic coil, goes in the bottom. And it just clips right in, and it's got I think a 3,000, or it's either 25 or 3,000 milliamp internal lipo in it. Yeah, I like it. I wish it was just a little bit hotter, but it's great for the road, you know? If I'm out grocery shopping or whatever the fuck, I don't have to fuck around with juice bottles and all that kind of stuff. Oh, here's the frosted tip. This is really nice. The frosted one that comes with it. It's like a white Ultim.
That is nice, yeah.
That I do like, but I don't like the tall Ultim guy. But hey, it's cool they included two. Maybe some people do like that, and that'd be good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, that clear one's pretty awesome looking.
Yeah. I just stuck a green and a red on here, and I like this one best, for sure.
So I paralleled my Enigma with a chain coil.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's a big fucking build.
Yeah, it's big. Let me get nichrome.
Yeah, that's sick.
Something different, right?
Yeah, Juan, you guys might be able to win this over on Patreon. I've got one of these to give away.
That's awesome. So you do whoever does Patreon gets put into like giveaways and stuff.
Yeah, and I give away everything. Like, I don't need 3 RTAs. You know what I mean? I'm not the person that'll have a whole shelf full of shit. So whatever I don't use, yeah, I'm giving away.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what was I gonna say about that? Yeah, I have oh shit, how are you gonna do a giveaway? Do you want I could give away some coils.
Oh yeah, okay, so let's do that. How did you do it?
So I could do the way I did it was kind of asinine. Oh, you know what we could do? I'll write down. We did this on Fresh's show. I'll write down a number. Just have people guess, and
that's how I did it.
Anybody hits that number in the chat. Yeah. So hold on a second. Let me get back onto the feed.
Alright guys, we're going to do 2 giveaways. Nick's going to give away some coils, and I'm going to give away does anyone here vape 6 milligram juice? All right, the first giveaway is going to be Laser Wolf. This one is turbo. This is the strawberry margarita in 6. So if you want this, you're going to compete in this first giveaway. Nick, write down a number between 1 and 50. I have so much wire in my keyboard, it's ridiculous.
I got the number right here.
Alright, I'm going to start it. Everybody guess your number. I'm going to stop it. Guess a number between 1 and 50. Whoever nails the number gets closest will win. If there's a tie, we'll do it again until somebody wins. So everybody between 1 and 50. Starting now. Brad, you're disqualified. Keep it up and I'm going to put you in timeout. Alright, we're going to stop it. Alright, what was your number?
This is going to be a rough one. Nobody guessed it, and I think a couple people came close. I think we should give it to the first person that came the closest. My number was 39, and the first person that guessed 38, I don't even think anybody guessed 40. So yeah.
All right, so we got Jason Simmons and Josh. Are there any 38s or 40? All right, pick a number between 1 and 10. Write down a number between 1 and 10, Nick.
Got it.
All right, Jason and Josh, pick a number. Jason and Josh, pick a number. I told you what would happen.
500.
Brad got put in timeout.
Josh. So 500 was the number. 500 was the number that that you had to say in my giveaway when I did. So Brad's like he's a guy over on my channel. I think Josh said Jason got it. Josh said that his number was 44. So
all right, Jason.
Give it to Jason.
Contact me. Contact me not through here because I never get the messages through here. So either email me, get me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram. That'd be the easiest way. Or you can go directly to my website. There's a giveaway product, and it covers shipping, and you could choose whatever shipping method you want. So it's go to Sherlock Holmes, SherlockHolmes.com, HOHMS, and you can claim your juice there. All right, Nick, you want to do one?
Yeah, so mine, I will give away I'll give away some, I think I have some 3-core stagger fuse claptons here, a pair of aliens, and after I color up this coil, you'll get the Enigma I built tonight with the chain coil parallel to it. So I wouldn't suggest vaping it, but it would be cool to have.
Austin, Josh. Alright, I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 50.
Okay. Alright, you guys want to start guessing?
Numbers between 1 and 50. Everybody get a chance? Okay. My number was 20. Anybody get it? I see an 18, 19. 19. BZ Don. Right?
Yeah, I see no 20s.
Any 21s?
Yeah, BZ Don's the first 19.
Okay.
No 21. So, BZ Don, just you could either contact me through Instagram or email. Instagram is way better. Well, email or Instagram. I'm going to put it in the chat, so just write it down. So my Instagram. And there's my email in the chat if you don't have Instagram.
Alright, Nick, write down another number between 1 and 50. This is a bottle of Neon Laser Wolf. This is a frozen peach ring. So if you're interested in a mentholy, minty kind of peach ring, we're going to do this again. Guess a number between 1 and 50. Closest person to the number wins. And go. Everybody get your guesses in? Hurry up, hurry up. Oh, Stanley. Had to play the games, didn't ya? Stanley. No, Brad, I'm just playing with you too, bud. Alright, 26. Alright, I see a 25, Zach.
Yeah, I think 25 is the closest. I don't even think there was a 27. Yeah. 25 takes it, and that is...
I can't find him now. Zach.
Zach.
Alright, so again, either go direct... Well, actually, contact me first because I need to know, like, your real name and stuff. So DM me on Instagram, and we'll get you guys all set up with the juice. What the fuck? There's my my Instagram. Okay, cool. Winners pay for shipping on giveaways. We do a lot of giveaways, so if we paid for shipping, it would get real expensive. I actually just started doing giveaways not long ago.
Yeah, it's easier to do giveaways when people send you stuff. It's way easier to do them. It's just... I mean, I'm sure everybody understands.
Yeah.
Most of us are just regular guys just working, and it's kind of hard to just give stuff away if it's out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you know, you gotta pay back somehow. But it's way easier when people are sending you stuff.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. I think that that about wraps it up for tonight. Thanks so much for lasting till the end. I'm sure this was a long one. How long are we? Yeah, 3 hours. Right on.
Wow.
Huge thanks to...
sounds like an N.Devine83.
Yep. Make sure you go... make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Make sure you follow Nick and his channel. So his Instagram is in the chat, but it's at N.Devine83. My Instagram's at Sherlock Holmes, one word, HOHMS. And subscribe if you're not already. Thanks to Nick for guiding me to finally nailing the Enigma Coil. Alright, so subscribe to Nick's channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, of course. And thanks everybody for playing along with us, being patient as we failed multiple builds over and over again. And yeah, join us next week. Well, Nick does a lot of live stuff, so definitely make sure your notifications are turned on for him because he goes live all the time. But I'll be back next Saturday around the 9 o'clock mark, maybe 8, 9, 10, depends. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.